Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Um, I have to go to work in like 4 or 5 hours, so I will not be doing a live stream tonight at all. And I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately, all day, so I won't be doing a live stream tomorrow. Uh, I might be able to fit in a live stream quickly on Sunday, maybe on Sunday, but not sure yet, because I have to work. I do have to work a shift on Sunday, but at least it's not like a long shift. Tomorrow I have to work a long shift at the bookstore. So, uh, this whole weekend I'm pretty much working at the bookstore, so I'm not going to be live streaming much. But I just want to say once again, my condolences to Charlie Kirk. This is so sad. This is so tragic. Um, Now, can you blame people for not trusting the United States government to provide the truth when they've lied about so many things? They lied about the moon landing. They lied about 9/11. They lied about bin Laden. They lied about Osama bin Laden. They lied about Saddam Hussein. The United States government lied about, Bill Clinton lied about the Monica Lewinsky scandal, right? Bill Clinton lied about Monica Lewinsky. Um, they lied about the weapons of mass destruction. George Bush lied about the weapons of mass destruction. They lied about their true intentions in the Middle East. You know, the war over oil. Um, there was the Flint, Michigan scandal. They lied about COVID, especially they lied about COVID. They lied about the Epstein list. So, with all of these American government lies, since the United States government is constantly lying, no wonder people are questioning every single story that is reported from the United States government. Every single story that is reported from the United States government is being questioned because the United States has a history of lying and wars, illegal wars and wars, invading other countries, like starting wars with people like America and the Cold War with Russia, America and the war in Vietnam, America had a war with Japan and Germany, America had a war over slavery, America had a war like a war. America had a war with Korea. America even had a war with Canada. Remember? The War of 1812. Canada beat the United States in the War of 1812. So Americans, they're constantly having wars. They're constantly lying. So, of course, the people around the world, not just Americans, but Canadians and Russians and Germans, we are all questioning every single thing that is reported by the United States government. Everything. And how can we expect to get the truth when the United States government has lied about so many things? And this is tragic because innocent people are losing their lives over this. And this is so tragic what happened to Charlie Kirk. In fact, when someone is assassinated, I then tend to believe that they were innocent and they were victims. I wonder about all of the people that are still alive. I question whether they are who they say they are. But when something happens to when something like this happens to someone like Charlie Kirk, he was a good guy. He really was innocent, Charlie Kirk. And the evil rich elites who run the world, they had Charlie Kirk assassinated. The evil, satanic, evil rich elites, they are the ones responsible for having Charlie Kirk assassinated. I believe that whoever the gunman was, whoever the killer was, whoever the shooter was hired by the evil, rich elites. That's what I believe. I don't believe this was just some random crazy person. I believe this was a hired gunman. This was a hired assassin. And the evil rich elites, they hired this assassin. The evil rich elites who run the world, the evil rich elites who run the world, like Elon Musk, they're the ones who hired this assassin. And for some reason, a reason which the people of the world, the people around the world need to get to the bottom of this. For some reason, the evil rich elites uh, decided to hire an assassin to eliminate Charlie Kirk. So that's what I believe. That's what I believe happened. I don't think this was just some random crazy person that did this. I think that this was a hired assassin. And the rich elites, the evil rich elites who run the world, the evil rich elites, they're the ones who hired this assassin, and they're the ones who hired the assassin that eliminated Charlie Kirk. So once again, prayers, thoughts and prayers go out to all the innocent people that are murdered. I mean, obviously this is a high profile case, but really there's many people around the world that are murdered and die every day, and those people, those cases never get any investigation. Like, well, obviously there are cases that do get investigation, and many of the cases are not reported that do get investigated. But still, what I'm also talking about is the fact that there are also many cases of people getting murdered, assassinated, and dying, and those cases are not investigated. A lot of people don't care about those cases. So there needs to be accountability for everyone, for everything. There needs to be accountability. It's really sad that we live in a world that doesn't really have free speech. Only the rich elites have free speech. Only Elon Musk has free speech. Only rich elites, billionaires like Elon Musk, only guys like that have true freedom of speech. Because Elon Musk is the one who hires the people, right? Like, you know, Elon Musk doesn't have to worry about anything happening to him because Elon Musk is the one who does the hiring. So Elon Musk is the only one who really has freedom of speech. And sure enough, he literally says whatever he wants on his X Twitter site. But if anyone else tries to say anything that is maybe even remotely controversial, their accounts get banned. They lose. Like Elon Musk has no problem banning people on Twitter. He bans people constantly. Elon Musk doesn't have free speech on Twitter. Twitter is one of the most Nazi, and sure enough, it's very fitting that saw Elon Musk what he did on stage, right? When he gave that Nazi salute. Twitter and X is one of the most censored social media sites. It doesn't have freedom of speech. The only person that has freedom of speech on X Twitter is Elon Musk, the rich elites. Those are the only people who have real freedom of speech. Oh, we got comments, people coming in. Not the nicest comments. I won't read any comments that are negative about Charlie Kirk because I think that it's in bad taste to do so. This man was assassinated. Uh, Now, if someone wants to come in and call me names, I'll read those comments out. Okay, I have no problem having a healthy discussion, debate with people, but even I have a filter, and I will not read comments that are insulting to a person who has lost their life, right? Um, well, I'm not the right person to handle situations like that. You need a person who's very good with words to handle a situation like that. So, but I was just thinking that if there was someone, for example, like Hitler, who lost his life, then maybe I could understand but we don't know yet. We don't know an official story. We don't know about Charlie Kirk. I'm talking about Charlie. Now I'm talking about Charlie Kirk. We don't know an official story. We don't know exactly what happened. So for that reason, I'm refraining. I will not. I am choosing not to read any negative comments about Charlie Kirk in my live stream, but people are welcome to call me names. I don't care about that. And I won't ban them, nothing like that. I believe in freedom of speech. But I also have the freedom of speech to pick and choose what I personally will say. And I don't have to read all people's comments out, right? I have the freedom of speech as well. I'm not going to ban anyone for their comments, but I also have my own freedom of speech to pick and choose what I'm going to say, right? But like I said, I don't ban people. I allow everyone to write their comments. But I also have the freedom of speech to pick and choose which comments I will read on my live stream. So freedom of speech is a two-way street. You know, I was making a good point at the beginning of the live stream that when someone is assassinated, I tend I tend to actually believe them more and think more that they probably were innocent. So not only did the person lose their life, but then now we can't even fully hear their side of the story no more. And that makes me believe that makes me tend to believe that for that reason, that person was probably one of the good ones. They were probably one of the innocent ones who were assassinated by the evil rich elites that run the world. And what happened to the security on that day? I mean, the Charlie Kirk security team, they knew, like, it was like, first off, how does Beyonce and Taylor Swift get more competent security? Beyonce and Taylor Swift, they don't really say anything controversial, right? Taylor Swift, Beyonce, those celebrities like that, they don't really say anything controversial, but they get like the best security in the world, right? Like, I mean, as far as we know, I mean, nothing's happened to them. But then you have Charlie Kirk, a person who's known for being controversial, a person who goes to universities to have debates with crazy people. You would think that the security for Charlie Kirk would have been top notch. If anyone needed priority security, it was Charlie Kirk, given the nature of what he did all the time, going to universities, having debates with crazy people, and saying a lot of controversial things. You would think that Charlie Kirk's security would be top notch. But they weren't that day top notch. Clearly, the security wasn't top notch that day. So something's fishy's going on here, in my opinion. In my opinion, something very fishy going on. Because how do you explain a person like Charlie Kirk, who's known for being controversial? He's literally going out in public, having debates about very controversial topics. He's having debates about very controversial issues with like crazy people. You see where I'm going with this? Doesn't make sense. Something that doesn't add up here. So, let's go back to comments. I had to, something was delivered. I received the package, so I had to go get the package from my handler. From the mailman. I had to go get a package from the mailman because something was delivered. So I'm back. Let's go to the comments. Midnight came in and said, I don't know why this guy is so sad about Charlie Kirk. I am sad when anybody is assassinated. I am sad when anyone's assassinated. I'm sad when anyone dies. I'm sad when anyone dies. I'm sad when anyone's assassinated. It's sad, it's tragic. And especially when it's like over someone's freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, which I hold dear. I am very passionate about freedom of speech. And when someone is assassinated over freedom of speech, it's extremely scary and telling of the kind of countries that we live in. We really don't live in democracies. Okay? You know, the United States and Canada pretends as if we're a safe country. How are we safe? You know, they try to portray Mother Russia, they try to portray Russia and China and North Korea and Iran and Cuba and Venezuela. And Germany, they try to portray these countries as very dangerous. Look how dangerous the United States and Canada is. People are being assassinated over their freedom of speech. That's pretty dangerous. The Russians and the Chinese and the Iranians and the Germans and the Japanese and and the Venezuelans, they're all like, and the North Koreans, they're all like, hey, look how dangerous United States and Canada is. Those are dangerous countries. Look what happened to Charlie Kirk, right? So, you know, anyways, let's go back to the comments. I definitely do think that the United States government could be lying about this. The United States government has lied about so much stuff. The United States government could win the Guinness World Book of Records for most lies told by a government. They literally could win an award for the most lies. In fact, if we actually went to Guinness, which I tried to do actually, I went to Guinness World Book of Records. I went to the Guinness World Records people. I emailed them. Well, I didn't go to them physically. I emailed them. I called them, and I said, I would like, and keep in mind I'm Canadian, so I don't have to worry about, I'm from Canada, I'm Canadian, I'm safe in Canada. Well, I'm safe in Canada from Americans, because, Canadians, we got better security than you do. Clearly Canadians got much better security than Americans do. So anyways, I called the Guinness World Book of Records and I said, can Canada, can Canadians, can we nominate the Americans? Can we nominate the United States government to win the Guinness World Record for most lies told by a government? If we tallied the lies, if we counted the lies from every government all around the world, don't get me wrong, Canada would be up there too. Canada wouldn't win first place. Canada wouldn't win the record, but Canada would be up there. Canada would probably make the top 10. The government of Canada, the Canadian government, they would probably make the top 10 governments that have told the most lies. But we wouldn't be number one. Canada wouldn't take first place. The United States, or maybe even Israel, United States, Israel, or another country I will not name, might take first place for the most lies told by a government. So, like, we should do this. We should get the Guinness World Record people to literally count the lies from every government. And the way that they would do this, in my opinion, would be anyone who is considered a government official who was caught lying. Because you're going to say, oh, well, how do we determine which lies are coming from the United States government and which lies are coming from just American people? Well, I would say to that, if the person at the time of the lie was considered a government official, right? If the person is a government official at the time of the lie, then that counts as a lie coming from the United States government, right? George Bush was president. He was caught lying about 9/11 and Saddam Hussein and bin Laden and the real reason for the war over oil, right? Um, Bill Clinton caught was the president, so clearly the president is a government official. Bill Clinton was the president. He lied about Monica Lewinsky. So the United States government has told so many lies, and all of America's enemies would think this is a great idea to take the United States and put them on a showcase, a display case, and show the world and say to the world, "Hey everyone, look at how many lies the United States government has told. The United States government has told so many lies." That they have won the Guinness World Record for most lies told by a government. Jesus Christ, North Korea would be laughing. Well, not laughing in that sense. You know what I mean by it. North Korea would be like nodding their head. Russia would be nodding their head. China would be nodding their head. Venezuela would be nodding their head. Germany would be nodding their head. Japan would be nodding their head. All of these countries that the United States has wronged, all of these countries that the United States has spread propaganda about, especially Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, especially those countries which the United States loves to spread propaganda about. Oh, of course, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, Germany, Japan, and Canada would love to expose the United States for all of their lies and show the world and say, look how much the United States government has lied. They've literally are about to win the Guinness World Record for most lies told by a government. Акапа... Извини. А пока мы ждем на официальные новости, давай мне, позвольте мне шанс сказать, что, по-моему, Россия, Германия, Япон, Канада, Китай, все наши страны, мы должен быть прав против США, Соединенные Штаты. Соединенные Штаты. Как мог быть, что Соединенные Штаты ссорился, Соединенные Штаты ссорились почти каждой стране в мире. Как мог быть? Поэтому, по-моему, я думаю, что Япон должен быть прав против США. Германия должен быть прав. Россия должен быть прав. Китай должен... может быть, не Китай. Если ты знаешь, о чем я, это странно, да, что США, Соединенные Штаты ссорились почти каждой стране в мире.